Plymouth Natural Grid is a partnership project between Plymouth City Council, National Trust and Real Ideas. And it aims to increase biodiversity in the city across a number of sites, to improve access to jobs for young people and also to improve access to green space sites for people of the city. And it's funded through DEFRA's Green Recovery Challenge Fund. We received £1.2 million in 2021 to get on with the project. The project was focused on an arc of green space sites connecting to our marine habitat in the north of Plymouth. These sites were both Plymouth City Council sites, but also National Trust sites. So the aim and intention was to take all of those sites, identify where we can improve biodiversity using biodiversity net gain principles and metrics to then deliver that increase in biodiversity wildlife value in those sites. So one aspect of the project that was really, really important and thing we focused on right from the outset was bringing new people, young people into working in this space, in this sector, and using the Green Recovery Challenge Fund as an opportunity to do that. We know that's vitally important as we move forward over the next decades of achieving nature recovery. We need people who've got the skills, the knowledge, the experience and the background to be able to work here. So this was a really great driver, a really great way to enable us to start that work.
We've taken on Kickstarter's trainees from the job centre. We've given them 6-month work placements out in the natural environment, working alongside our ranger teams to give them a really good base level of skills so that they can then go on and specialise and go on to further employment in the industry. That's been a really worthwhile, a very satisfying part of the role. Another part is the engagement side of things. So we've been taking the Kickstarter trainees and giving them a bit of community engagement experience as well. So we've been working really hard together to bring nature to everyone throughout the whole project. And the other side of it is the habitat management work. So we've been working alongside local ecologists who have gone out and surveyed all of these lovely Plymouth City Council nature reserves. And then we've been going in and working on the habitat management prescriptions after that. So it's just been a fantastic community-led project where we get to work together and share all of our knowledge, and it's just been a real joy to be a part of.
Green Thinkers was part of Plymouth Natural Grid. It's a 6-week programme. We work with young people on their employability, specific skills development, but also working practically on the ground with people who are working in the natural environment and exposing them to those skills and enable them to learn them for themselves.
I found the Kickstarter placement through the Green Thinkers programme with the National Career Service. Moving on from Green Thinkers to the Kickstarter was a really seamless transition. So we had the practical work where we do some woodland management, managing some of the sites that are owned by National Trust and Council, but then the other side, which is what my group did more of, is the engagement and community side of it. So we did a lot of events. We did the Junior Ranger event with Saltram, and we did events with schools and kids where we would teach them how to plant wildflowers and care for flowers and everything like that. I thought it would be just a bit more, you go out, you do a job, you come home, and it's just to make a bit of money. But it ended up being 6 months of training and going out and meeting people from the National Trust and City Council and Real Ideas and talking to members of the public, and it was just a lot of different stuff which kept my brain active. On a personal level, I'd say it's improved my mental health quite a bit. Being outside, getting fresh air, doing physical work, so I'm not achy from sitting in a chair for too long and everything. I've been a lot happier recently, just being able to sit and breathe for a bit.
It's benefited all of us in different ways, I think, and it's been an amazing opportunity. I think it's really, really rare just to be given these skills over this time and be paid for it. Through this job, I've been given the opportunity to work for the National Trust as an assistant ranger. So that's another 6-month contract on this same project. So it's really exciting because I'll get to see how this project progresses. Because I would be quite sad to leave at this point.
Working on these nature reserves has actually been quite an eye-opener, as I didn't actually know we had so many. It's been really fun to put your stamp on the city. I did that. I've worked in that nature reserve, I've improved it. So the experience I gained from working in the Kickstart, I now have a job at the National Trust. I'm now an assistant ranger on the National Trust side. So I definitely didn't expect to be doing anything involved in it after. I thought it was just going to be a 6-month learn how to use tools, gain some friends maybe, and then move on to someone else. So it wasn't really in the scopes to kind of move on actually into the profession itself, kind of be a part of the actual team.
I think one of the real positives that we saw from the Natural Grid project was the success of the Kickstarter scheme, which was recognised nationally as one of the most successful Kickstarter schemes in the whole of England. The fact that all 15 of the Natural Grid assistants who kind of came onto the project through Kickstarter stayed, they saw their 6-month placement through to the very end. The energy, the enthusiasm, the new ideas and the creativity they brought to the project, was hugely successful. And we've seen now a whole number of those young people kind of moving to other positions with Plymouth City Council, with National Trust, kind of really doing what it was all about, was about giving them that opportunity to get paid jobs and kind of come into the sector. So that was a huge success, which I think everyone's really proud of. In terms of achieving the kind of overall biodiversity uplift we'd want to see from the project, that's going to take a few years to come through, but we know that we've put in place the foundations for that through the work we've been able to achieve. Very rare for us to have an opportunity to work across a number of sites in this way at scale, and put all the interventions in place. So it's been a huge boost to all these green spaces we've been working in to get in and do the work that's required. And then we can sit back a little bit and let nature take its course and do what it's good at. But we've corrected some of the wrongs of the past and then kind of given the space for nature to flourish in the years to come. So the Natural Grid project has given us a really good opportunity to demonstrate how we can deliver in partnership multiple benefits through biodiversity net gain. And that's now the kind of the principle and the way which we're building up our way of working through our new habitat bank in the city. So using the same principle of biodiversity net gain to deliver multiple benefits to green spaces across the city. So this has been a fantastic opportunity for us to kind of put that into practice, to learn, to make some mistakes along the way and correct those, but also kind of appreciate how we can do this and build up some of the detail behind that. It's really going to have a really lasting legacy for the city and more widely in the sector, because this is a new concept, it's quite innovative, and I think others will be learning from this.